Hello, Weird Readers. Welcome back. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on the link there to get this video rolling. I'm Jason White. This is Jason's Weird Reads, and today I'm going to be talking about my TBR for the week of Weird, which takes place from March 17th to the 23rd. This is Saturday, the 16th of March, so that means the week of Weird starts tomorrow. So I have been bad. I've been busy at work, and honestly I haven't been feeling all that well, and so I've been putting off making up my list, but I think I've come up with a really strong list of what I'm going to read for the week of Weird, and let me go through it really quickly while saying what the prompts are and what I'm going to read for each one. So the first prompt: Old Weird. Read a weird book or story written from the 1900s through the 1960s, and I'm going for a short story by Robert Bloch that's in this, The Weird. Now, this is a huge book. It's like over 1,000 pages, and because it's like double columned, you could say maybe this is about, if it were published normally without the double columns, you could say it's over 2,000. So it's huge. I haven't read all this yet. I've been using these Week of Weirds to sort of plow through this. So I decided to go with The Hungry House by Robert Bloch. That story sounds awesome, and I'm looking forward to getting into it. Next prompt is The New Weird. Read a book or story written between 1960 to the present, and I picked The Weird Company by Pete Rawling. This is I believe, a story that is, the cover looks like it's something from The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing. And honestly, that's, I know it takes place in the Antarctic as well, so I don't know, maybe there's some correlations, but I do know that it is primarily an H.P. Lovecraft retelling of the Mountains of Madness, if I'm correct. So I've had this book on my audio or Audible account for like ever, and I haven't listened to it. So now is the time to dig into The Weird Company by Pete Rawling. Next prompt is read a story/book written by a woman author. So I went with another short story from this collection here, The Weird, and from it I'm going to read Angels in Love by Kathy Koja. I've only read one book by Kathy Koja. This is a short story I'm going to read for the week of Weird, but the book I read was The Cipher, which is a lot of people's favorite, and one of my favorites too, and for good reason. It's such a dark, dreadful story, all about a hole in a closet floor. And lastly, prompt number 4, I am cheating, I'm going to admit, and this was my suggestion too, I believe, if I remember correctly, to read the prompt being, read a story/book written by an LGBTQIA plus author. I'm saying I'm cheating because the author, I don't think, is on the LGBTQ at all. I believe he's just a cis male writer. But the book I'm reading for, not only for an interview next week, but there is a very strong queer relationship in it. And so I'm cheating because I need to read this for the interview, but there is a good reason to be reading it. And it's also weird science, and weird science is very welcome in my opinion, within weird fiction. So, and of course, the book is The Mindworms by Nicholas Kaufman. This book comes out, I think it's actually out now, The Mindworms. Go check that out. It's book 3 in the Laura Palmer, is it Laura Palmer? I'm not too sure if it's Palmer, but the Dr. Laura series, Dr. Laura. I'm bad with names. I apologize. But yeah, it's book number 3. I love this series, and it's either out soon or it's out now. But go check it out. You don't need to read the other books in order to understand what's going on in this book. It's not that kind of episodic. You get filled in all the things you need to know about the previous books. So That's what I'm going to be reading for the week of Weird, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm hoping to do some vlogging. I was going to vlog the short stories. I was maybe going to read them tomorrow, depending on what's going on with the family tomorrow, and either tomorrow or next weekend, and read those short stories and vlog my thoughts on them. And so it should be a real fun time. I hope you guys are joining us on the week of Weird. I don't know what it was I said there and the first time around. But yeah, come join us. It's going to be a blast. And thank you for watching. Keep being weird and keep being creative, and I'll catch you guys in the next bookish video.